Hello, my name is Ryan Hillis and I will be creating a rocking chair in Maya. So to start off, just open up Maya and you're going to want to go create a polygon primitive cube. And let's make the base of the rocking chair. Start off with a square. And I'm gonna enter some edge loop tools to help create a more squared off base once I smooth it out. And we'll see what that looks like. It looks pretty good. But I'm going to go in here and make this backside a little bit smaller. So you can go into faces mode and click all these. Go to the formation tool. Shrink that back. Somehow it selected that line, so go back and just select the faces, shift, and that will help you select all of them. Shrink them down a little bit, maybe even make it a little bit wider in the back. Let's see what that looks like. Actually, we're going to create this as the front side instead. Now that you have the base made, go into create polygon primitives cylinder. This is going to be the back of the rocking chair, so you kind of want some a little bit smaller, but if you want to create a design into it, we can insert an edge loop. And it'll stay selected as long as you don't click anything else, and you can go in here and stretch this out, give it a cool looking design. Make an object mode and actually gonna shrink it down, make it a little bit longer. Now I'm going to move this over into the back of it. I'm going to create more of a rounded back, so you can use these, pull this one a little bit forward, and then you can duplicate it, move it over, pull it back a little bit, duplicate that again, move it over, and then duplicate this one again and pull this one to make it even with the other one, and do the same thing with this one. So now you have a rounded back. You can go in and create the top of the back. So here you're going to create another polygon cube. And you can make the cube whatever size you'd like. Just try to make it somewhat the same size as the back of the chair. And I'm going to make it a little bit rounded, so I'm going to go in and insert some edge loops. Didn't mean to do that. Now you can go in and select all the faces, drag it across, it'll select all of them. Pull it forward, rotate it a little bit. Do the same thing for this side. Alright, now when you go back into object mode, select that and smooth it out and see what it looks like. Looks pretty good for me. Just drag it over. I need to make it a little bit bigger, so you just go in and stretch it around. Then once you got it up here, you can go through and fix all of these and make sure they're going up into the back. That looks good. Now I'm going to highlight them all, and you can Control G to group those. You can modify center pivot. Now I can go in and rotate this to give it a little bit of a lean back feeling, like a rocking chair would. And it looks pretty good, so I'm going to start on the arms. And the arms, you're just going to go into create polygon cylinders again. And this one doesn't have to be as different and unique as the back. You can make these just normal. Just going to go in and make it a little bit smaller, so looks good. So I'm just going to move that over. And duplicate that and move one forward. Then I'm going to duplicate that again and move it across. Then I'll go to this one and duplicate this also again. That way it's in the same spot as the other side. Alright, looks pretty good. Now I'm going to make some arms. I'm going to actually just reuse the back top part to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. Just duplicate this, and then you can actually shrink it down from just the top and give it a more flat feeling, make it a little bit shorter, and voila, you got some arms. Just turn that to the right angle, move it back down, set it on top of your arm holder. It's a little off. Just go in and rotate that. Alright, now the cool trick. There's a little thing you can go in to mesh and go down to mirror geometry. And let's see what that does. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Mesh and go into the settings, and you kind of want to know which way you're facing, so let's try that. That will work. But now you have to go in and mesh separate, and it'll go to block again, but you can just smooth that out again, move it all the way over, and boom, got two arms. Now all we need is some legs, and I'm gonna cheat again, reuse some of these, make it a little bit easier on myself. maybe make them a little bit smaller so they don't look exactly the same. I'm actually going to flip it over also. Just move these down. And now create a duplicate of that. Control D. Slide it back. Put a slight rotation on it. So. Alright, and now I can Control D that again. Scoot that over. Control D the front one again, scoot that one over so they're all in the same spots. Same direction. And now to add the bottom rockers, we will just reuse this again. So we Control D that. Pull it over. And this one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to want to rotate this on its ground. So the back's facing the ground. And now we're going to make it, size it up to make it a little bit skinnier, a little bit flatter. And now we got our rockers, so we will put those on the bottom. You're going to need to rotate it the other way though. Drop it down a little bit more. And now you gotta just, you can fix it to make it a little bit perfect. And Control D and scoot that one right over, and voila! You've got your rocking chair. And if the proportions don't look right, you can go back in and shrink some stuff down or make stuff bigger. Pretty easy. I think I'm gonna make all these a little bit bigger too. Move these back down a little bit. Looks pretty good. So there's your rocking chair. And my name's Ryan Hillis, and thank you for watching.